I hope you're able to see my screen. These are such successes, and we'll keep coming back through the day and sharing more and more with you. So here we go with the first one. Let me invite Mr. Kanti Rana Tata. He's Deputy Inspector General of Police for house quarantine monitoring, Anantapuramu District Police. Over to you. Please unmute yourself.
Mr. Tata, there was a specific question from the audience in the panel that how do you handle home quarantine? You seem to have done an outstanding job. Should tell us about?
Yes, sir. Sir, we all know, sir, during these unprecedented times of COVID, initially, sir, in the second week of March, there was a lot of apprehension, sir, that a lot of foreign returnees would be carrying this virus. In the state of AP, sir, under the guidance of our DGP, sir, Sri Gautam Sawant, we have started this home quarantine app, sir, which was initially aimed to monitor the movements of the foreign returnees, because the foreign returnees who were initially supposed to stay in 14 to 21 days of home quarantine. So we were a bit worried that they may not stay at home but move around, causing the spread of virus. So to this extent, very quickly we have developed this app, sir. This is a geofencing app. It works both on Android and iOS. Basically, what happens is the app is downloaded on the phone, on the smartphone of the returnee.
So congratulations, it has been an app-based response and that seems to have worked. This case study is available on our website. For those who want to learn more, if you go to the summit, click on their name, you would find the details of what is it that they've exactly done. Thank you very much. Sorry, we are out of time. I would have loved to get you to speak more, but congratulations on winning the Order of Merit.
Congratulations. We move on to invite Mr. Satya Yesu Babu, Superintendent of Police from Anantapuramu District Police for high alert.
Good morning, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
But you are not visible. Yeah, now visible.
Visible, sir?
Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Regarding our project, sir, it's high alert, sir. Actually, it's a unique application designed by us after looking into various practical issues with respect to policing in the field level, sir. The main concept of this project is especially in the police, sir, very often we will be coming across so many urgent and emergent situations where our response time need to be very, very effective, sir. Effective to tackle the upcoming issues or to bud out the issues at the very budding stage, sir. So these times, because our Anantapur is one of the largest districts in the state of AP, and we are having almost 4,000 man force working right from constabulary to district headquarters level. So whenever any law and order issue or any communal issue is popping out at any particular point, there requires a situation where we need to alert all the staff right from the constabulary to the officers level at a very spontaneous time. So many times it will take a lot of time, because at present the communication channels which we are using are like telephonic, telephones or VHF sets or any other manner. But it will take a lot of time to convey the message to the field level staff and make all the people aware of the single information on time. So this application, especially, it will be downloaded by all our staff and men in the district. So whenever any emergency is there, immediately we will...
Thank you very much. The details are available on our website. Congratulations. Excellent job.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Gautam Sawant, Director General Police from Andhra Pradesh, Investigation Tracker.
Sir, on behalf of Chief Office and my DG, sir, I am Palaraju, DG Technical Service speaking, sir. Basically, this investigation tracker, most of the time...
You have muted yourself.
Unmute. Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, basically, the investigator tracker is a application, sir, which runs on CCTNS. It is another module which runs on CCTNS, which will ensure that the time taken for a case within stipulated period of time, it has to be charge treated, sir, especially crime against women and SC/ST. Using this investigation tracker, supervisory officer and IO are aware that the time is running out. They have to investigate within stipulated time period and they have to dispose of cases. So this investigation tracker helped us to, even in pandemic also, it helped us to investigate
Thank you very
cases.
much. That's an interesting insight. Do give my compliments to Mr. Samang. We wish he would join us during the day. I think Andhra Pradesh, it seems, is doing an outstanding job on policing response to COVID, and there seems to be a large number of orders of merit that you guys
Yes.
are getting. So we'll be hearing more and more about your stories. Congratulations, Andhra Pradesh, and congratulations to Mr. Samang.
Duty sir is attending in the evening, sir.
We have the next one also going to DGP, Mr. Sawang, for body worn camera.
Okay. So let's just move on to the next, please.
Sir, Palaraju sir, on behalf of my DG sir, we have the mobile data terminal application and also body worn camera live streaming sir. And then we have AP Police Seva mobile application also coming up. So for all these applications, sir, AP Police Seva, as in earlier discussion, I told that it is a unique application which is giving 87 services to the citizens, which is unique in this country, and they need not come to police station. They can lodge complaints online. They can seek permissions, or they can seek NOCs and all that stuff, sir. And it has a SOS option also. For mobile, for body worn cameras, sir, live streaming, we have used this technique because to enforce COVID, because there were a lot of allegations about police excess in the field, and it has helped us to really analyze each and every law and order situation, sir. Then mobile data terminal applications, sir, basically we have used it for emergency service vehicles, sir, where the response time, earlier it used to be between 10 minutes to 8 minutes, that has reduced to 5 to 6 minutes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you and congratulations.
Congratulations.
Dr. Rajni, Deputy Director Mental Health from Government of Karnataka for transformational performance during COVID-19. We have Rajni with us. There is another lady by the same name, Dr. Rajni VN, Deputy Director, Government of Karnataka again, for immunization services during COVID-19.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. On behalf of our MD Madam, Dr. Arundhati Chandrasekhar, I am Dr. Rajni. With the highest level of administrative commitment in the state for improving immunization services amid COVID pandemic, we were able to plan the immunization sessions closer to communities. We were able to convince the parents to bring their children to the sessions and get their children immunized. So this was a very successful achievement of Karnataka. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Dr. Surinder Baba, Hospital Administrator cum Deputy Medical Superintendent from Government of Himachal Pradesh for his contributions in disaster management in COVID-19. Baba. Dr. Vinod V. Project Director, Health System Strengthening from Andhra Pradesh, Department of Health, Medical and Family Welfare, COVID-19 Mobile Governance.
Good morning, everyone. So we have COVID-19 mobile governance system in Government of Andhra Pradesh to improve the speed and accuracy, to have time-bound action, to ensure that the information comes to us in real time. It is user-friendly, and it's also to enhance the personal security and safety of the staff who are involved, because if we have desktop mode of operations, it will have to have a stationary functionality, and also their because of have this COVID services available, accessible, affordable. We have ensured transparency. There's no asymmetry of information. We have enhanced KAPB, knowledge, attitude, practice, and behavior. And for government, we have become empowered, effective, and efficient. We have adhered to protocols in word and spirit. There's seamless flow of information. And finally, it has culminated into reducing the mortality of the state of Andhra Pradesh for its size and population to around less than 0.8 as on today, compared to other larger states of.
Very much for joining us. Thank you. Ms. Aruna Kumari, Director from the Department of Health, Medical and Family Welfare, Andhra Pradesh, for Incident Management System. Unmute yourself.
sir.
Good morning.
As at the outset, Andhra Pradesh is doing all the COVID management with the mobile apps. Sir. Daily, we used to have on the alternate days, we used to have the teleconference with all the districts. And every day, we used to share the number of positive cases coming in the daily and then how to trace it up. And immediately, they have to be traced within 24 hours. And then they have to do the tracing by which cases to be kept in home isolation and all these things. And we used to give the numbers along with the medical officers of the PHC, where they have to go and we have to raise the tickets. Whatever the tickets we have raised, they have to complete the tissue by taking their swabs for the investigations and isolation, and then they have to be reach the hospital in time, and then we have to given most importance for the home isolation than the hospitalization. Even in the hospitals also, all the hospitals where we have made the COVID, we made the desk, help desk, and then we have to display how many beds and how many things are available daily, sir. This is the way we have done the incident management system. And then wherever we can find the gaps, the same day or within a 24 hours, we used to resolve the problems. Thank you, sir.
Rajiv Arora, Additional Chief Secretary from Government of Haryana, Health Department, COVID-19 status in Haryana.
Congratulations, Mr. Arora.
You have to unmute yourself. Can't hear you. Yes.
Yeah, would you like to say something? Not audible.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think some of the things which Mr. Samir Kochhar also mentioned, even though we have not been kind of applying that as part of the award, but as part of the documentation process, I will definitely kind of do 3, 4, 5 more smaller projects and send a copy to you as well as the Health Ministry, Government of India. I think it is very important that all such things must be documented so that in future, whenever these kind of problems come, people have at least something to kind of look back upon from where to build the future capacities. Yeah.
Also hope to see you also wearing your Home Secretary hat.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Mr. Jawahar K. Reddy, Special Chief Secretary, Government of Andhra Pradesh for COVID-19 Citizen Informative Services. Going to the next, we have the next one going to Mr. Praveen Yadav, Chief Administrative Officer from MDI India Health Insurance, along with Gujarat for Mukhya Mantri Amrutam Yojana.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm Dr. Sachin on behalf of Praveen Yadav, sir. He is not keeping well. So we thank you all for having us as semi-finalized. Through the project, we have tried to provide the best of healthcare services to the residents of Gujarat. And we are one of the only states where more than 86% of the population is covered under this scheme. And the scheme has been such a good success that when Mr. Narendra Modi ji moved to center, it has been rechristened as the PMJY and covering the whole of the nation now. So we thank you for considering us for the semi-finalist order of the award.
Thank you. Dr. Prateep Philip, DGP Tamil Nadu State Police for Friends of Police. Dr. Philip. Please unmute yourself.
Am I audible?
Yes, please. You muted yourself again.
Okay, that's happening default. This is the second time I've had the pleasure of participating in this very diligent process of discovering beacons of light and hope all over an area of darkness. And it is indeed a great pleasure and privilege that I stand on behalf of my team, the large number of friends of police across the state, and indeed every law-abiding citizen of India is an unregistered, naturalized member of FOP. And FOP is all about building a problem-solving partnership between the police and the people. And the pandemic presented the greatest ever opportunity for service in the largest sense. I once again thank the Scotch organization for recognizing our small efforts in a big way. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Anita Kokar, professor from VMMC and Safdarjung Hospital. Know your breast, save yourself. We have Dr. Kokar with us. Mr. B. Karunakar Reddy, Managing Director from Apollo Microsystems. Response to COVID-19. Our next order of merit goes to Mr. Avnish Pandey, AGM Operational Excellence at Akums Drugs and Pharmaceuticals Limited for Green and Lean to Clean initiative. We have Mr. Pandey with us.
Thank you. Thank you very much for considering us for the Scotch order of merit. Are you getting my voice?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for considering us for this semi-finalist Scotch Order of Merit Award. We have initiated our sustainable performance. We have taken initiative lean, green and lean to clean initiative, where we have taken all type of sustainable performances, as energy reduction, GHG reduction, water reduction, along with the new initiative like how to will reduce the waste in our manufacturing operations, where the TPM and lean management and Six Sigma approaches. So it is a unique initiative we have taken for our entire 9 manufacturing plants. Thank you once again for the Scotch for considering us for this Scotch Order of Merit Awards. Thank you.
Congratulations to you and your entire team. Dr. Ganesh Mohan, Resident Medical Officer from District Medical Office, Ernakulam. Walk-in sample collection kiosk for COVID-19.
Dr. Nikhilesh is here. Nikhilesh Mohan is here, and the second person is there. With this walk-in sample collection kiosk, which was introduced for the first time in India, in our state, in Kerala, we could reduce the use of PPEs as well as reduce the HR needed for sample collection. And we could also ramp up the sample collection as well as testing by almost 100%. State. Now the walk-in sample collection kiosk is, the model is extrapolated throughout the state as well as the country, and even worldwide this model has been emulated. And in all our peripheral hospitals as well as government and private sector hospitals as well as private and government labs, this walk-in sample collection kiosk is being utilized now.
Excellent. Keep up the good work and congratulations. Dr. Vineet Mishra, Director, Dr. H.L. Trivedi Institute of Transplantation Sciences.
Thank you,
Mrs. K.R. Joshi and Mrs. K.R. Mehta Institute of Kidney Disease and Research Center.
Thank you, Scotch team, for IKDRC for this prestigious award. And we are continuing our COVID and non-COVID work in the public sector hospital. We are the largest dialysis and transplant service provider in India. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Mr. D. Gautam Sawang, Director General of Police, will equip digital file.
This is Palaraj, sir, on behalf of Gautam Sawang, DG. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the award. And it is basically digital health profile of all our men, sir. We have 75,000 men. We have, from the beginning, we made them to go through a health profile, and we could identify vulnerable sections, and we have taken them out from the duty, and they were given desk jobs, and they were away from COVID duties. Thus, we could save a lot of our men containing this disease, sir. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Mr. Rajan Sehgal, Chairman and Managing Director, National Handicap Finance and Development Corporation for Swavlamban Kendra.
We call these structures NHFDC Swavlamban Kendras. These are basically to empower the disabled people in the country. The beauty of our concept is that it is a zero, it is a mix of credit and the grants for the benefit of the disabled persons who are going to own these Swavlamban Kendras. The problem with us was that one side, people go to the banks or my state agencies and they will not get the loan. They will hang around here and there, waste a lot of time. Same time, we have been conducting a lot of skill trainings in the last 5-6 years. I think we would have spent around 100 crore through our external training partners, but there were always quality and quantity complaints. So one way for me was to simply go to the government, ask for a grant and start building up my own skill training centers. But what we did was, we have combined, we have not spent a single penny from the grants from the government. We have combined our credit strength with our skilling grants. And in the process now, each NSK beneficiary during the time of the Corona, during time of COVID, has been getting 10,000 rupees per month as a net income after meeting all the loaning costs, after meeting all the training costs. And during the normal times, they have been getting 27,000 rupees per center. So basically what a disabled person does is, they provide simply land to us and provide us the electricity and the water connection. A uniformly designed skill training center is established by my foundation. The trainings are also organized by my foundations. Network, CCTV connected, can be monitored across country. And in the entire process, the money which is being spent on these trainings is enough to take care of all loan liabilities, all trainings, and after that it will end up paying 27,000 rupees to a family of a disabled person per month. And I've given this promise for 4 years. Within 4 years, the structures will be loan free. These NSKs are costing around 10 to 12 lakh rupees.
We have to move on, Mr. Sehgal. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And that was the last order of merit, batch 1. So with this, we move on to the next round of panel discussion. And